Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something super exciting. I've been on hormones for 2 months, and this is super exciting because I've waited, it feels like my whole life, but in reality 3 years for this to go on and stuff like that. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what I've noticed and stuff like that. Now I know I have not posted a month one or anything, so this is gonna be like a 2-in-1, and most of the stuff that is happening in month 2 is just, you know, an add-on to what was happening in month 1, so that's cool. Before I get started with saying of the stuff that I've noticed, or talking about the things that I've noticed, I'm gonna start off with my medication. Just for anyone who's wondering and who hasn't seen the video that I posted previously, I don't want you to have to click on it just to know what I'm taking. So I am on, these little green tablets are called estradiol, and this is the estrogen I take 3 times a day, twice in the morning, once at night. And the spironolactone, it is this little white circular pill, and this is the testosterone blocker. I can only take this once a day, so I usually just take it at night. And one thing I forgot to mention with these medications, I think I forgot to mention in my last video, that my endocrinologist recommended a low dosage aspirin, or a baby aspirin. It's kind of the same thing. It's 81 milligrams, and you're more prone to blood clots when taking like this medication, stuff like that. So this will thin your blood out and help prevent blood clots. So that's probably really important. I guess it depends on the medication that you are taking though. So now that we have medication all out of the way, I'm going to start talking about some things that I've noticed. I'm going to split it up into 2 different categories, mental and physical, just to help keep my mind on track, and so I don't, get off track and talk about 1,000 different things before getting to the actual point. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with mental, just because I feel like I've noticed less of the mental than the physical stuff, or the same amount, I don't know. So overall, I've felt happy, and I don't know if this is from the actual hormones or it's like a placebo effect from finally getting hormones, excuse me, but I have felt happier and more motivated to do things, and just more motivated at life. And I'm finally, getting my life in order, because I've just been sitting around doing nothing for a while, but I feel like I am finally, I have my motivation and I'm feeling good. Now, this is to be expected with hormones, is the emotional roller coaster that you go on. I feel like my emotions are a lot more heightened, especially, feeling happy and sad, and I feel like I feel stuff a lot more, and I'm a lot more sensitive, which is kind of crazy because I was already a super sensitive person before, so that's like heightened, and I don't know how I feel about it. And then another thing that I don't know if your endocrinologist will, but mine did, and she was like, you're gonna get very agitated and aggravated a lot easier, and definitely I have my really bitchy moments and my attitude moments that I feel like I can't help most of the time. Sometimes I have to like bite my tongue, but most of the time I gotta say something, or I gotta be, just like stop, or just like, I don't know. So I have been a little rude and bitchy lately. But again, I was a rude and bitchy person before, not too bad. So now it's kind of, again, it's like heightened, and that's really fun to have around. And I'm very I feel like I'm a lot more witty and sarcastic, but that's probably just because, I don't know, because I'm me, I guess, who knows. Anyway, on to the more fun stuff. This is all fun, but I don't know, I'm super excited about, sharing my physical and stuff like that, because it's, stuff that I've noticed and like I'm like, oh my god, I see this happening and stuff like that. Now, a little disclaimer, I feel like that's not all that has been happening with me mentally. It's just that all that I have noticed. I feel like it's a lot of behind the scenes, like slow but steadily things are going on. So I just wanted to put that out there before I move on. So on to the physical stuff. I'm gonna start off really, really slow. Or really, not really slow, but like in order of events, I guess. So right away, this is so personal, a little disclaimer, do not watch this part if you are a family member or if you don't want to hear about, you know, the genitals and stuff like that, because first of all, it'd be embarrassing if you were family, and second of all, I don't want you to not like the video because of this awkward part. This is what has happened right away. Like as soon as I started taking hormones, my spontaneous erections like were gone. And I mean, by the wording or title or whatever, I don't know, you can tell what spontaneous erections are. They are erections that happen spontaneously without, you know, being turned on. You don't have to be turned on to get an erection spontaneously. So that's fun to talk about. Another really awkward thing that I want to say, just because I want to educate people, I don't get spontaneous erections anymore, but that doesn't mean I, you know, can't get them or like I'm completely erectile dysfunct. I don't know a word. Like I don't have erectile dysfunction, but I don't get spontaneous erections. That's a good way to put it. And then on to part two, I guess. Not part two, but the second thing. I started peeing a lot within the first 3 or 4 days. That's when I noticed that I was having to pee so much, and it's not like a I couldn't hold it, because I feel like I couldn't hold it. Like after 10 minutes, I like felt like I was gonna explode. So I have like the blood at risk roll now. I used to be able to hold it for like hours, and now I'm like lucky if I can hold it for 5 minutes after taking a sip of a drink, which is kind of crazy, but I guess it helps get rid of toxins and stuff like that, which is cool. Now, this is still progressing, but this is one of the things that I've noticed first, with me anyway. My boobs really, like at the end of the first week, the beginning of the second week, is when I, like my boobs started feeling sore and tender, and just, you know, sore and tender. Now this one got tender first, and then at the end of the second week, this one started to get tender, and this one is obviously the bigger one now, but they're both like growing at a nice, slow, steady pace. It's only 2 months, but I've noticed a lot of change. They look like, do you know those, not whipped cream, icing bags that the little bakers use and they squeeze? They kind of look like really small versions of that. They are starting to cone. My areolas are getting bigger, and I don't know, they're just, I'm wearing a bra right now obviously, but they're like they're growing, and they're growing at a really cool rate, and they're squishy, and I have little buds like right here, like right under my nipples, so they're like buds of boob. So that's really cool and totally awesome. I'm super happy that they're finally growing. Now on, I think this is the last thing I've noticed so far, and it is with my skin. Now I got over a really bad sunburn, so I saw like really like disgusting, like peeling textured skin, but it's a lot like less textury, ignore my bad contour or whatever, than it used to be. And my skin has gotten so soft, ignore the peeling. It's still super, super soft, and I shaved a week ago, like a literal week ago, and I still don't have to shave my legs, which is amazing. And this, my little stash, it grows a lot less, so that is something I'm super happy about, so I don't have to like, you know, worry about that kind of stuff all the time, like, oh my god, is my facial hair? So that is super amazing, and that is pretty much all I've noticed so far. And just because I've noticed a certain amount of things doesn't mean, you know, other things are also happening. It's just what I've noticed. So I have no idea, like, a lot of behind the scenes work could be happening. But yeah, so this video doesn't become 20,000 minutes long. I'm gonna end this here. I am going to be posting another video soon. I'm not going to have a scheduled posting time because I always get like really anxious with waiting, and like I don't want to have to wait to upload a video. So it's just gonna be upload when I can, upload when I, you know, this and that. But yeah, I also have a doctor's appointment on June 17th, so that's gonna be really exciting. I will tell you guys about it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. Be true to yourself. Do not be afraid, because we're all amazing and unique and stuff like that. So yeah, I love you guys and have a good day. Bye.